Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of Roadwarden. So let's see, I already talked to Ella, Efran. Let's go to, I go to Old Haba, the farmer. You follow the path between the fields, witnessing a one-sided conversation between Old Haba and a barely adult man. Okay, Haba's a woman. She orders him around, pointing at various plants, criticizing the sight of weeds and addressing the fancy clothes he's wearing. He observes his red boots and lets out a relieved sigh after your arrival. I better change, he mumbles, heading to the main square. I step out of his way. The woman spares you a wry glance, then turns away, focused on the struggling vegetables. She is the only person in the village who wears clothes made of plant fabric, but they're weathered and covered with decades-old patches. Her hands clasped behind her back are constantly twitching. Huh. Let's hide our emotions here. What do you have for sale? How are you doing? Youth, huh? Back in my day, I don't think he's gonna like that. Huh. Don't test my patience. I wait patiently. She's actually probably waiting for me to do something. And I don't think I want to buy something specifically right now. I guess I'll just be friendly. How are you doing? After a moment, she turns to you slowly, chewing her bottom lip. I'm doing my break. Say what you want and fast. Huh, okay, maybe that was the fast one. What do you have for sale? We sold what we had. We're lacking hunters, and these. She looks at the wrinkled vegetables. Will go into a stew, if they're even worth picking. Without noticing it, she grabs her left forearm with her right hand, but it doesn't stop twitching. We always have a fish trap to spare. We make them just in case. A large basket. Put it in the creek and wait for a day or two, until something swims inside. I'll sell you one for 2 dragon bones. Huh, okay, so she's gonna tell me what she wants to sell anyway. And if you'd rather eat something right away, she carries on after a short pause, our cooks would spare you a roast grouse, or a chicken. It'll be cold, but fresh. We always have one. You never know when there are maggots in your supplies, and kids shouldn't skip a meal. You ask her to tell you more, but her patience grows thin. It's the best light roast in the north. We add plenty of spices to it, so it spoils slowly. That's it. Fine, show me how this trap works. Huh. I can't afford it. Probably a good idea. Just because it could be a source of food for a good long time. Oh, okay. She cracked her knuckles. I met some annoying howlers. Do you have any earplugs? Her shoulders flinch. But will that work? They can break the skull of a death cell. After you shrug, she looks at you at one of the farmers, who's wearing mufflin fur. Mufflin fur. Give me something good to eat, and I'll give you a few tufts of thick wool. Put them into your ears, then wear them under a tight hood. I don't want to pay a drain, but I only have one left. I have a food ration to spare. Okay, looks like I instantly paid. And we always need more of them. She orders the farmers to bring her a knife. After a few minutes, you hold a new pair of earplugs. Okay, let's see. I'm not looking for a place to sleep. I'll go sleep at Foggy's if I have to. It's already midday, right? Yeah, just before dusk. It's because I made that lantern. I don't expect many merchants to reach this place. Why don't you move your traps to Foggy's? Can I put my traps here? What's it to you? She doesn't wait for your response. Does her yard look like it has space for nets? She's not willing to tell me more about merchants. How about a place to sleep? It's too early for a shelter. Farewell. Okay, I approach the shallow creek. With the calming sounds of the waterfall behind you, you observe the stream, as clean as a spring. Oh, you need at least 2 pieces of bathing equipment. Maybe I should have bought that. Huh. I jump into the stream. There are no plants or there are no fish or plants to bother you with you. Oh, to bother with, and your feet find mud among the not always smooth pebbles. The water reaches above your waist, allowing you to have some fun and wash every spot of yourself. Thanks to the gentle flow, you are able to remove the mud stains from your clothes and boots. Okay, that's not too bad, I think. Which one would that have been? Appearance? That's hardly any. Yeah, that's not very good. I step away. Sodal snorts at a group of kids that are trying to pull its tail. He told them to run to their grandpa. Oh, let's look for anybody who might have a match. Matchmaking. That's a quest I've been having to do. After a few minutes, you find yourself sitting at a table with Saucy, a dark-haired 20-year-old who some call a woodcutter, others a singer. In both of these roles, her massive stature must be a help. When she walks, she either carries a large axe on her shoulders or swings it around, towering over other tribefolk like a chieftain from the Tales of War. She admits she enjoys a friendly chat from time to time, but can't see a future for her in creeks. Enough of these friends lose their lives in the wilderness. I start seeing cats and gargoyles in every shadow. I'd rather have a few calm, safe years at the side of a pretty little woman whom I'll see in my bed in the evenings. Though you know, friend, not just her. She lets out sonorous laughter. You mentioned that you don't know if she'll be able to keep her trade after moving away, and she strokes her axe with affection. I'd miss the woods, but who knows? My tribe can't be the only one that cuts trees around here. Yay, You try to ask her about her worldview, but she gets bored by the topic. We here, she looks around, have no temples and priests, and I don't aim to become one. Farewell. Okay. So I guess there's not really anything to do here. I think considering the time, I should go back to where was it? It was Foggy Lake. Yeah, that's the one, right? Yeah, let's go back there. Still too early to sleep though. Let's see. There's a hint of strange stench and the first claw marks left on the ground. A large saurian had entered and left the yard through the lake. There are dozens of feathers scattered around the yard, as well as some bloodstains on an apron that's hung on the fence. Huh, that could be bad. Let's check the foragers. Once the man in black fur hears your steps, he nudges his companion and nods towards you. They put away the old noose traps that they were trying to fix, proper for hares and small birds. The tall one spreads his arms, thundering his loud welcome. "A Roadwarden, eh? I guess we're going to see a lot of each other. See each other a lot. I'm Ilan. Yeah, I think we met, didn't we? And this order here is Tizve. The man in the black fur looks up, frowning. There's also the one-handed man you saw in the attic. Unlike the rest of the staff, he has an unkempt beard and worn clothes made of blue fabric, patched with scraps of flour sacks. He's looking down to examine a trap, but his shoulders are slumped, eyes absent. Elan doesn't introduce him. Krim, nice to meet you. Elan smiles. Were you at Pelt of the North yet, friend? He blushes. How is Dalit doing? I haven't been there yet. Apparently I have. Is that the one with yellow armor? She's well. Seems to keep the whole crew together. That's her. A lively color, yellow. He smiles, but you catch a hint of envy in his voice. Better say hi to her for us. Her boss was looking for hard drinks and healing potions. I wish I could have helped her. He glances at his companion, who's currently observing a column of ants running alongside the palisade. They were offering the good prices, and she was really good at dice, and told us about so many monsters. Tizri, Adjust his black cloak. Our traps won't fix themselves. What brings you to us? Elan frowns at this interruption, but says nothing. Okay. Edmund, Dahlia, and Vasse didn't return from their hunting trip. Did they share any plans with you? Why would they? Growls Tisby. They don't waste their time. We don't bother with theirs. Elan's eyes are a bit warmer. Efren already asked us. They ate there on the stairs, then left days ago. They didn't want to get in each other's way, so they planned to spread. That's all I know. Seeing your look, he spreads his arms in an awkward shrug. They were laughing, eating all confident and strong. I didn't know they would disappear. You consider his words when the shorter man starts to snap his fingers. Wait, wait, wait. I heard one thing. Something about... Yeah, that they won't go north because of the dark magic in the tunnel. Then it's smart of them, concludes Elan, with a humble smile. Better than nothing, I'm sure they're fine. Ooh, if I could get some work, I could get some money. What's your plan? I could use some work. Tisby nods, and Ilan's voice gets even louder. Glad to hear that. There's hardly any fruits left around here, and even fewer mushrooms, so we're planning to do some bird catching. A hunt without killing. Maybe not today, but in 4 days. Maybe a bit later. What do you say? Why would you need my help with birds? Don't you just let them walk into traps? Elan glances at the cords used for snares. These won't do. We want to catch a runner. This big, he raises his muscular arms and stops it maybe a foot above his head. And bring it here, alive. We want its meat for later. The man with one hand interrupts him. His voice is weak, but disdainful. Beasts ought to be dealt with, not tamed. Bonding with monsters brings only death. He has the accent of the city folk, same as yours. It will bring us full bellies in winter, squawks Tisby. How much do you pay? I mean, it may be a scary trip, but it won't take that long, Elan shrugs. Just show up here at noon or before it. We'll be back in a few hours. You'll get 5 dragons, 2 if the bird dies. That's a good price for one afternoon, right? I can't leave my horse behind. Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. Elan was a hand, just like his mother. Okay, the idiot will take care of it. The one-headed man starts to object, but a harsh "shut up" from Tisby makes him sigh. His shoulders sag. Elan goes on. He's a loony, and would stumble over his own feet on a trip, but does what he needs when he's told to. And you know he won't steal it. He hates animals. Huh. What's your plan exactly? Elan grabs a rope and shakes it in front of you. We'll catch its neck. Your part will be to keep it from running. Don't hurt it, just make it busy enough for us to surround it. I feel like I could use better equipment. Well, you shouldn't need weapons for it, friend, but you may look for something worthwhile in Helder's den. Elan points west. Akakios is all about trade, not much for idle talk, but he sells things for all his folks. This all sounds really dangerous. That's why we want you to do the rough part, Tisby smirks. We're just foragers. A Roadwarden knows how to fight, aye? At least it's on its own, without its flock. Oh, without its flock? Blah. Being in front of a large beast with just 5 dragons? I'm basically gonna die if I don't do this, so I'm gonna skip that one. What are you gonna do with your cats? I don't actually care. Fine, I'll be back in 4 days, soon after that. Alright, let's remember this. We're on day 6. Wow, we've only been here for 6 days. Elan grins. Do so. We still need to prepare, and you better do so as well. But don't make us wait for long. Let's not test the bird's patience. Just come 1 day before afternoon. Just come 1 day. So I have to come back in 3 days? Huh. I run towards the one without a hand. Do you know Tulia? And she's supposed to be the leader of... Who's Tulia again? Let's see, not character. See, it is archive journal. Humans. Tulia. Oh yeah, one of the last soldiers of the peninsula. Okay, that's who that is. Okay, towards the one with no hand. Do you know Tulia? The man gives you a surprised glance, but then looks down and crosses his arms, holding his hand under his shoulder. I'm a new man now. There's nothing that ties me to the army. You've crossed a great part of this land, greater than most. Have you seen anything unusual? He takes a deep sigh. His voice is close to a whisper. There's fog in my soul. I was on the eastern road, hungry and sick, praying for the right to send its beasts on me and save me from the pains of living. I remember the touch of fur and the breath on my neck, the claws pinning me to the ground. I was waiting with my eyes closed. Then I woke up in the middle of the night, still feeling. I got back on my feet, walking until I reached the lights of this tavern, without so much as a bruise. Foggy may have no faith in her heart, but the right used her kindness to give me a second chance. Elan frowns at the man's words, and there's cautiousness in his voice. He may be crazy, but it's true he came here after midnight, raving. Maybe the monsters don't like his scent. So you forgot everything. He hides his stump in the palm of his hand and curls up. I've seen a dragon eating a tree, an ape that tore away the head of a monstrous cat, and a wolf without fur that was as quick as a lightning. Now leave me alone, evil spirit, let my same rest. He's shaking. Let him be, aye. Tisvi grunts at you. Nothing wrong about a man trying to forget. Elan rubs his chin. A furless wolf, friend? I've heard about one. Our tribesfolk saw it in the heart of the woods. A nasty beast. Let's hope it won't find a mate for breeding. It charges at you like a runner and jumps right at your throat. He touches his neck, so even the hunters stay away from it. Too bad we've no crossbows. He raises his wooden club. Aye, better to avoid the deep woods without one. Did you often have travelers here? Excuse me. Elan's voice is like thunder. Nah, you may very well be the last one this season. Sometimes a group of adventurers, who knows why, and southern traders in spring and autumn. Most of our visitors are from the villages, usually creeks and gale rocks. They leave goods at our place, or just outside, and my mob barters in their name with the others. I mean, rocks, timber, furs, and barreled fish can wait a few days. Okay, let's see. Maybe they can tell me something more about the peninsula. Tisby lets out a sigh. Not much to see here, eh? Trees, rocks, ponds. I've never been in howlers. He starts, but then Ilan chips in. I have, a couple of times. A nice place, kind folks, lots of grain. They have but one trader, a Kakios. He pays poorly, but at least doesn't waste one's time. Get straight to the point, see? He thinks for a bit. And they're all so tall. Twice as tall as he is, he points at Tisby, who frowns and squeaks back at him. Bullshit! The gossip for the next few minutes. You gossip for the next few minutes. But the things they share with you are of little use. They end up saying that you should talk with Foggy instead. Say you should travel a lot, and speaks with every visitor. Okay. Did I waste enough time to go to sleep? I have no idea. I'm not really hungry right now. Don't have a lot of time. How do I pass time? Yeah, wait is pass time. Okay, I'll go ahead and talk to the innkeeper. I don't want to eat. Chamomile in the cauldron. Let's see, Foggy is resting on a chair, observing you with a single open eye. She welcomes you with a gentle nod. I actually ran out of time, so I think I'll leave it here. So I'll see all of you next time. Bye!